trusted news source, ABC6 News at Noon.
And a good afternoon to you, folks. Thanks for joining us today for ABC6 News at Noon. I'm Casey Cantz. We got a lot going on with the weather on this lunch hour as we look live outside right now to begin the show. And within just the last hour or so, look at that, a very active ABC6 sky cam today. Let's get you over to Mr. Nick Morganelli himself. Some freezing rain, even some flurries out there. It's cold. Nick, happy Friday.
Yeah, TGIF and some snow. And you know, the thing is about the snow, it's really just melting as it hits the ground. Look at the temperatures, 34 in Providence, 33 in Smithfield. That's close. That's close to being below 32, but the ground is not frozen either, so it's having a hard time. You get up to Worcester, it's 32 there. They're expecting a couple more inches of snow. They got near 5 inches of snow in Fitchburg, Lunenburg, so in northern Worcester County. They've already gotten quite a bit, and they're going to get a little bit more. The rain snow line slicing right through central Rhode Island right now. West Greenwich is snow, but you head over towards Newport and towards Fall River, New Bedford. It is rain, that rain snow line slicing just south of Providence right now. So let's widen it out here. We'll show you this band of snow showers moving through. Then there's a break. Notice by Springfield here in the last frame, a little bit of a hole there, and then some more beyond that in New York. So we're going to have a couple of waves, I think, of snow coming in. And notice up here, this is the area of moisture that's moving in right now. But the clearing is way back here up north of the Great Lakes. So it's going to take a while to clear out. It's going to be cloudy throughout the night tonight and into tomorrow morning. We go to 6 o'clock, though. Temperatures getting close to freezing in Smithfield. They go below freezing tonight at 10 o'clock. Watch out for some icy spots in especially northern Providence County later on this evening if you have some travel plans there or points north. We do get into the middle to upper 20s later on tonight. So things are going to freeze up on the untreated surfaces. 5 o'clock Saturday, we've got some sunshine, and that sunshine takes us through the day as it gets sunnier as Saturday rolls along. Sunday, we do the reverse, sun to clouds and some rain to end the weekend. I'll have more on the 7-day forecast. 2 storms to talk about, Casey.
All right, Nick, we'll check back in. Thank you for that. Some national headlines today and a scary situation overnight at a Walmart in southern Indiana. Police say a former Walmart employee opened fire inside the store, wounding at least one person before police eventually moved in. Customers still in the store at the time of this shooting. ABC's M. Wynn with more now from Washington.
Walmart has small cars be advised, active shooters.
Overnight, a gunman killed in a shootout with police after allegedly opening fire in an Evansville, Indiana Walmart, wounding at least one person. Authorities say when police got to the scene, they immediately moved into the store as people were still running out. Within minutes, they found the alleged shooter, who police now identify as 25-year-old Ronald Ray Mosley II, weaving through the aisles, firing at officers.
Shooter is currently shooting from the electronics area of Walmart.
Clear the air. Where is the suspect?
Authorities say officers exchanged gunfire with Mosley several times before law enforcement shot and killed him.
They were trying to locate the suspect, and he was all over the store. He would shoot at officers and move.
The Evansville Police Department confirming Mosley was a former Walmart employee who may have been co-workers with a woman he shot. The victim was taken to the hospital and able to talk, though her condition is unknown. No officers were injured.
Officers were on scene very quickly, went right in to Walmart.
Walmart in a statement saying the entire Walmart family is shocked by the senseless violence. Our hearts are with our associate at this time. This incident follows a mass shooting at a Southern Virginia Walmart last November, where a manager shot and killed 6 co-workers before turning the gun on himself. It's not immediately clear what the suspect's motive was behind the shooting. That Walmart will remain closed as the investigation continues. M. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
Other headlines today. New today at noon, a crash along Route 4 tied up traffic in North Kingstown this morning. This is right near Oak Hill Road. One car being towed away from the scene by the time our ABC crews got there. This is not the right video that we are showing here you right now, but the crash in North Kingstown, we did reach out to State Police for more information on that, and we will certainly get back to you with more information on that. A heads up from the Rhode Island DMV today. All afternoon road tests are canceled. That's because of the freezing rain and snow that you heard Nick just talk about a short time ago. The DMV says it will get in touch with anyone impacted to reschedule the test. Elsewhere today, an ABC6 News update, an 18-year-old from Florida arrested after a violent crash in Warwick. This happened yesterday afternoon on Sandy Lane. It involved a Ford Escape and a Subaru sedan, both vehicles ending up with lots of damage. Two of the people in the Subaru were stuck inside. Actually needed firefighters to get them out. 6 of the 7 people were taken to the hospital. Police believe speed was a factor in this crash. The driver of the Subaru, Jaden Bertol, was arrested on multiple charges, including reckless driving. We have more ABC6 News at noon still to come today, including this, a stunning twist to the Rust movie set tragedy. Prosecutors now say charges will be filed against the film's star and producer, Alec Baldwin, along with the armor. We'll have more. And HBO with another instant hit. Have you checked out The Last of Us yet? A lot of people have, drawing big numbers right now. More on its instant popularity later in our show. Back with an ABC6 News follow-up. Alec Baldwin now facing criminal charges in that deadly shooting on the Rust movie set. A New Mexico district attorney will charge the lead actor along with the film's armorer with 2 counts each of involuntary manslaughter. ABC's Tim Pulliam live in Santa Fe with more.
Today, Alec Baldwin is waking up to pending criminal charges. The Oscar nominee and Rust weapons specialist Hannah Gutierrez-Reed will be charged with 2 counts each of involuntary manslaughter in the 2021 shooting death of the film's cinematographer, Helena Hutchins. The film's assistant director, Dave Halls, avoids potential jail time by agreeing to a deal, pleading no contest for negligent use of a deadly weapon.
3 different people, if they had only done their job, we wouldn't be standing here.
The 64-year-old actor was holding a prop gun and rehearsing a scene when the Colt .45 revolver discharged, firing off a live round, striking and killing Hutchins and injuring director Joel Souza. Baldwin has maintained that he never pulled the trigger.
They were not doing the things that they should have been doing in order to have a safety conscious and certainly with guns, a gun conscious movie set.
They had the book thrown at them. I mean, this is the maximum possible charges that could have been on the table, because you're not just talking about involuntary manslaughter. You're talking about another theory of involuntary manslaughter, which has an enhancement for using a weapon, which means that if convicted, a mandatory 5-year sentence.
Gutierrez-Reed's attorney released a statement saying these charges are the result of a very flawed investigation and an inaccurate understanding of the full facts. Hannah will be exonerated of wrongdoing by a jury. Baldwin's attorney says the actor relied on the professionals with whom he worked and who assured him the gun did not have live rounds. We will fight these charges and we will win. The district attorney will file the charges within the next 7 days. After that, Baldwin will be arraigned here in court behind me. Now, he can choose to appear virtually or waive his first court appearance. Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Santa Fe, New Mexico.
More to come today at noon. We're going to check back in with Nick. He's got a full look at your Friday forecast and the weekend and 7 days ahead. That's all coming up in just a bit.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Nick Morganelli.
Well, good afternoon to you. Have you ever seen the top of Mount Washington? You see it in winter with the rime ice, the way the clouds come in and the ice builds up into the direction of the clouds coming at the objects. And they got to get out there and chip this stuff off and off the instrumentation. And right now it's 19 there, and they got a light wind. It is snowing on top of Mount Washington. We've got snow here, but it's a little bit warmer, and the snow is just melting as it hits the ground, and that's what we've got today. This afternoon through this evening, any rain showers in southern sections of Rhode Island should transition to snow showers as well in the next few hours. But again, the temperatures are well above freezing. It's a dry weekend. The next rain comes in Sunday night and Monday, and it's seasonally cold next week, and we're watching the potential for a weather pattern change that may impact the storm track of the storm on Wednesday. We've got an event Sunday night and Monday with rain, but then this storm will be tracking right over us again as it looks right now on Wednesday, and that keeps us on the mild side with, again, snow to the north, much like we had yesterday and today with the rain here and snow to the north, which, by the way, they got a good 8 to 12 across ski country to the north. So if you have any plans to go snowboarding, sledding, snow tubing, skiing, or snowmobiling, you're looking pretty good for this weekend. It's looking like a winter wonderland up there. We shift that track just south, just 100 miles or so, and now the storm tracks just far enough south to keep us in just enough cold air. We get a wet, pasty snow. So is that what happens next Wednesday? Well, we'll be looking at that again on Monday for sure. That rain-snow line could set up over southern New England, right along the shoreline, with interior Rhode Island getting snow. We'll have to see how this all works out. As I said, right now it still looks like rain. And look at the jet stream pattern. Big dip here in the northeast, although it's not all that Arctic cold, just regular winter cold here. But this swirl right in here, that is what is moving through today to give us the last bit of snowfall here Here we go. We'll widen it out for you. We've got a rain snow line slicing right through Rhode Island right now in southeastern Mass. New Bedford, you're ready to go over to a snow shower. Providence just went from a rain to a snow shower. Newport, you're getting ready in the next hour as well. So this wave comes in. There's probably another wave behind it. And then we get into this somewhat drier air in upstate New York. That works in tonight. So we're left with just a lot of clouds for the rest of tonight as this low moves out. And we get a breeze out of the northwest, and cold air works on in. Then high pressure comes in for the weekend. It gives us a sunny Saturday afternoon. Here's 2 o'clock. Gives us sunshine to start your Sunday. And then this other low pressure area moves at us from the Appalachians, and this is noontime. That's going to head in that same storm track as I just showed you. We're mild again, so we're getting that rain. 34 tonight, snow showers early and then clouds late if you have plans to be out. Here's the 7-day forecast showing the weekend looking pretty good here, but the rain coming in the evening on Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday's dry. We dry it out Monday. We get clouds to sun. Tuesday's a blend of sun and clouds as well. Look at the temperatures, 40, 42. This is the last week in January. Pretty good. A storm to watch, though, for Wednesday. As I said, right now it's rain, but we're going to look at that again on Monday. How's that sound, Casey?
We'll look at it again on Monday. That sounds good, Nick. Thank you. Trending now and creating quite the stir online. We have been following this story for you for the last couple of days. A Thanksgiving football tradition in Bristol County set to end, with Case and Somerset Berkeley seeking new opponents. ABC6 News reporter Natalie Nuri has more today.
A historic football game that's kicked off every year since the 1930s between Case and Somerset Berkeley high schools coming to an end. This decision first made by the Case Cardinals after years of blowout games in the Raiders' favor.
And if you look at the last 20 years of that game, Case is 2-18, being outscored by nearly 500 points. It's still not a competitive Thanksgiving game. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Case High School, playing in D7, wants to play a more equal opponent on Thanksgiving Day and has found that in the Atlantis Charter School co-op team. Fans of D3 Somerset Berkeley think there was a lack of communication about this decision, and as of last check, SB has not found another team to play.
What we would like to see is dialogue. Let's open up dialogue on how this tradition can be preserved, saved, without simply unilaterally eliminating it.
ABC6 reached out to Case to ask why administrators made the initial decision to end this game. The superintendent responded that the schools did in fact talk about the decision together and, quote, "This discussion has taken place over the past several years and was finalized after this past year's game. We decided that it was time to create a new tradition and play a team that's closer in divisional play for our athletes." The Swansea superintendent also added in that statement that it's unfair to play a team 4 divisions apart. He says it creates inequity, and a record of 2-18 with Somerset Berkeley over the past 20 years is enough evidence to move on.
Division separation with the MIAA comes down to school population, but there is generally a reasoning behind it. And I mean, when you look at the scores, I mean, yeah, it's definitely big.
While some make the case that divisional separation is to blame, Somerset Berkeley fans don't think that's enough of a reason to move on.
There are a lot of factors other than simply population that contribute to the development of an effective football team.
The Raiders fan base came up with a petition to save the game and the tradition of it, almost reaching 1,500 signatures already. Those in support of it told ABC6 there will also be a school committee meeting on Tuesday where this game should be on the agenda. For now, reporting in Somerset, Natalie Nori, ABC6 News.
Natalie, thank you. Still to come today on ABC6 News at noon, how the popular new TV series The Last of Us, based on the hit video game, is breaking records. Back with entertainment news now into the wildly popular new television series, The Last of Us. The video game turned streaming sensation had HBO's second biggest debut of the last 13 years, behind only House of the Dragon. ABC's Chris Conley today with more about what its success could mean.
Derived from a revered 2013 video game, HBO's post-apocalyptic series The Last of Us is seeing the sort of out-of-the-box success that could pave a path for more such adaptations.
If you're feeling lost,
tell me to look for the light and I'll break your jaw.
Featuring an unmasked Pedro Pascal from The Mandalorian and Game of Thrones alum Bella Ramsey.
Why won't you let me go?
The pair must seek safety across the U.S., confronting as they do so pandemic-spawned zombies and a not-so-well-regulated militia. And those depictions appear to be finding favor with fans of the video game.
People really seem to be impressed by how well the game adapted into the HBO Prestige format. There are a lot of scenes where they're repeating the same lines and using the same camera shots. And, you know, it's really a solid foundation for what the HBO show could build upon.
For video game maker Naughty Dog, The Last of Us comes hot on the heels of Uncharted's move from console to the big screen in 2022.
I'm pretty sure he's just threatening to kill me.
The Tom Holland vehicle racking up more than $140 million in the U.S. Yet with memorable box office misfire, like 2005's Alone in the Dark, still lingering in Hollywood's minds.
I don't think we're supposed to be here.
Might be too early to assign video games the content-providing honors earned by comic book heroes.
Video game adaptations haven't been well received, so for The Last of Us, it makes it a little easier because that game was so focused on linear narrative storytelling.
Industry eyes will be watching as a for all ages video game adaptation hits theaters in April.
What is this place?
The most anticipated, without a doubt, is the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Oh, and I love this part. Pedro Pascal telling Wired magazine he had never heard of the Last of Us video game and was told not to play it. So he played it anyway. And he says, I was very, very bad at it. Didn't hurt his performance any. He's terrific. Chris Connolly, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And still to come today at noon, one final check of that weekend forecast with Nick Morganelli. Stay with us. All right, Nick, final check of that forecast as we head into the weekend. Some snow.
Yeah, for most of us right now. And we do have some rain, though. Look at that rain-snow line right through southern Rhode Island. It goes through like Warwick right now, almost to Newport. And it heads across to New Bedford and Fall River. So everything's sliding to the south, so we're going to have snow showers continuing this afternoon. Where it's raining, you'll transition to snow. Here's late night tonight. We just have a cloudy sky and lower 30, so watch out for untreated icy pavement. Early tomorrow morning as well, as we get just below 32 at 5 a.m. And we go to 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, some breaks in the clouds, and we're going to develop sunshine for your Saturday. 36 with sun and a breeze in the afternoon. Sunday starts sunny, ends cloudy with a rain shower coming in the evening. And that rain gets out of here at the beginning of Monday. And we get a nice day on Tuesday before our next storm that we will update you, of course, all about.
Oh, you're trying to block it out there where you're standing. I see it. Wednesday's circled. I see it, Nick. All right, thank you.
Have a great weekend.
You too, bud. Appreciate it. You folks do the same. Thanks for watching. The news continues. First at 4. We'll see you then.